Alright, so today's video is gonna be very political. So if you don't like politics or don't like talking about politics or whatever, then this video might not be for you. And it's mostly gonna be one-sided, as in my hatred for Republicans and Donald Trump as a whole. So, yeah, I got a lot to say. I mean, hey, stick around if you get offended easily, I don't care. You're giving me views, watch times, oh, and that sweet, sweet revenue. But anyways, so there's a lot to talk about. Let's start with the fact that Donald Trump took office on the 20th of January, and he's already fucked everything up, and it's not even March yet. Now, first thing I'd like to talk about is he is responsible for that little girl's suicide. Now, what am I talking about, you might be wondering? Oh, I'll tell you what I'm talking about. So a few days ago, this little girl, who was Hispanic, 11 years old, killed herself, committed suicide, because she was being bullied relentlessly at her school. People at her school were saying things, oh, well, we're gonna call ICE, and we're gonna have your parents taken away. We're gonna send you back to your own country. Go back to your own country, blah, 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 blah. Basically just being a horrible people, right? Now, I saw some comments when this was going around, and people were agreeing with the bullies, some of them. Not all of them. Good thing the majority of people actually have brain cells and are just like, no, that is not cool. You should not be that way, and if you are, kindly go fuck yourself. Now, that's only part of the puzzle here. And by puzzle, I mean it's a puzzle trying to figure out why anybody elected Donald Trump in the first place. And here we go with the hate comments. I see you typing down there. Alright? But listen to me before you make your judgment here. A lot of people, but this is just the first problem, right? Little girl killed herself because of all the bullying going on regarding ICE. Now, why would this be an issue? Well, it's because Donald Trump, even before his presidency this time around, was basically threatening mass deportation of illegal citizens, and even legal ones. Now, he may not have explicitly said at that point that, yeah, we're gonna get rid of legal people, but it's ICE we're talking about here. They don't care about your legal status. Whether you're here legally or illegally, they don't give a fuck. They're going to arrest you and deport you, whether or not you're legal. So, what do you do with that information? Well, I'll tell you what you do. You stop it from happening any further. Now, this is only the first problem in the list of endless problems going on here. Second thing is all the air traffic control bullshit going on, and on top of that, all the bullshit involving, you know, just no longer being safe when in flight. You know, I already don't trust aerial flights at all. Like, I don't like the concept of being in something that if it crashes, we're all gonna fucking die, right? Everybody that's on that plane most likely will die. But with Donald Trump doing what he did and, you know, cutting all the bullshit and, you know, that is supposed to help protect people and protect aerial flights and, you know, air traffic control and pilots and everything, we have seen more plane crashes than we ever should. And again, it's Donald Trump's fault. Because he's cutting all these things. You know? He's cutting everything. And, you know, as if that wasn't bad enough, you know, he is also very against the idea of LGBT people even existing. He's always going after the trans people and non-binary people. Now, my big question is, oh, what in the everlasting flying fuck? That is not right. You cannot go against the LGBT like this. And I'm saying that because I'm bisexual and, you know, non-binary, and I'm also a major ally in the LGBT space. You know, I support all rights. All LGBT rights. I support everything that has to do with protecting rights of people that are vulnerable. And they are vulnerable. Because, I mean, think about it. A lot of people are trying to erase their existence, and a lot of them are also trying to be like, oh, well, trans people are bad. Trans people will rape your children in the bathroom. Non-binary people are going to rape your children in the bathroom. No. That's not the thing. And here's the thing. They are lying about that, and let me tell you why. They are using the disguise of children, of protecting children, as a, you know, thing of fear. Now let me ask you a perfectly legitimate question here. If they actually cared about children, why are there so many school shootings? Why are there so much bullying going around in schools? Why, in the ever-loving fuck, do we not do anything for these children? Why are we trying to cut programs meant to help them? You know, and that's another thing. They want to cut, you know, school lunches. They want to cut and defund the Department of Education and just flat out dismantle it. And so, what do you do with that information? What do you do with that, knowing that, you know, there are so many people out there that, you know, deal with this, that have no choice but to deal with this? They have no choice but to be like, oh, well, you know, I go to school and I need an education, but, you know, they're gonna do this. And it really sucks. Because, you know, so many people are being fucked over. Now, a few people are actually semi-functional when it comes to their brains, and they're probably, you know, like, oh, well, we regret voting for Trump. As you should, by the way. But, do I have any sympathy for people like you? No, I don't. You let this happen in the first place, knowing damn well that, you know, that this was going to happen. You gave up the rights of LGBT people, of Hispanic people, of women. Because let's not forget about the fact they want to get rid of abortion as a whole. They want to make abortion across the board illegal. And abortion is something that should be in the Constitution, an actual right. And that's the thing. A lot of things that they want to get rid of should be constitutional. Should be a right for people to have. People should be allowed to have the right to an abortion. They should have the right to, you know, exist in a way that they want. You know, and all these people are just like, no, 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 no. We should not have LGBT rights. We shouldn't have Hispanic rights. So they came here illegally. No, they didn't. And even if they did, who the hell cares? Not every illegal immigrant is a bad person. You know? And also, let me ask you a question. Why would you vote for Donald Trump knowing all the lies that he and J.D. Vance are spreading about people? Here in Ohio, there was a major lie going on around Springfield where they were talking about, oh, they're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats, they're eating all your pets. And people flew with that shit. There was no evidence whatsoever that there was any dog or cat eating going on in Ohio. And guess what color the people were that were being accused of eating your pets? Black. Because I believe they were Haitian. So, yeah, racism, am I right? Yeah. Why would you vote for somebody knowing how racist they are? But also, why does Elon Musk have so much fucking power? Elon Musk shouldn't have nearly as much power as he does. He wasn't even elected as president or vice president. But here comes Elon Musk trotting up like he owns the place, giving Nazi salutes left and right. Yeah, seriously, you think we forgot about that? How he used the Nazi salute twice during his inauguration? Now, I know that this is a pretty serious allegation, right? Pretty a wild thing to just throw around, but y'all are fucking Nazis. Yes, I said that. You're fucking Nazis. Elon Musk, you're a Nazi. Trump, you're a Nazi. J.D. Vance, you're a Nazi. If you look at the history of Hitler from the 1930s, this is exactly the same kind of shit that was going on. And look at where that led. World War II. It led to concentration camps of innocent people just because they were Jewish. Yes, the Holocaust. Now, I don't give two fucks what you think about the Holocaust. Oh, the Holocaust isn't real. Bitch, it is. The Holocaust was real. And if you think it wasn't, try saying that to all the dead Jewish people that went to these concentration camps and that was their final destination because they were gassed. They were either gassed, they were worked to death, they starved to death, they basically had the worst conditions possible. And, you know, Hitler saw nothing wrong with that. Now, keep in mind, this is back in the 1930s and 40s. And you know how well that ended up for Hitler. He ended up killing himself over it. Because, oh, I lost the war. Yeah, because you were fucking stupid. Now, I don't know what the fuck is happening on the planet to even do this. But why would you even consider giving up your rights or other people's rights or whatever just because you think that you're going to get a small decrease on, you know, on food? Now let me tell you something right off the bat. Something that might blow your asshole into the abyss. Bird flu. Let me tell you about that. You ever wonder why the eggs are so fucking expensive? You wonder why, you know, we can't have nice things. is because of bird flu. Yay! And you wonder why, chickens are going up in price. Well, that's only because, once a bird or chicken or whatever the fuck gets sick, gets infected with bird flu, any other chicken in that flock has to be destroyed. All the eggs have to be destroyed. And so there's a shortage, more or less, of eggs. Because farmers cannot, keep up with it. And we're dealing with that right now. So, yeah. There's a reason why egg prices are up and all that. And why would you elect somebody that wants to tariff everything? It's already hard to afford anything in this country. It is really hard to fucking do anything in this country. Because of, jobs and all that good shit. Well, it's only going to get worse with these tariffs that Trump wants to impose on people. You think the prices of a PS5 Pro are ridiculous? $700-800 for a PS5 Pro? Yes, it is fucking insanely ridiculous. But with these tariffs, it's going to make it that much worse. If you're a gamer, it's going to make your life a living hell. A lot of the, the shit that you buy, game consoles, video games, graphics cards, XYZ, all these things are going to boost up in price. And you already can't afford to buy a decent gaming computer. But you can't, pretty soon you won't be able to afford even a low-end one. I mean, come on, people. Now, I don't want to say that Kamala Harris would have been much better. But at least she would have stuck up for LGBT rights. She would have done something to protect us. And she would have been more likely to help out, our fellow man than whatever. So, what the fuck does that tell you so far? Yeah. Now, who do I think should have became president or should have been on the ballot? I think our good friend Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders should have taken the chance and become, president. Should have had a go. And also, my big question is, why would you want to elect somebody as president who thinks there shouldn't be any terms? No term limits. I should be able to run as much as we want. And even if Donald Trump doesn't get his way and starts whining like a little crybaby bitch that he is, J.D. Vance has the potential to run. So, and Donald Trump might be the vice president. So what does that tell you? Nothing is gonna change in the next fucking 8 years if we don't act now. If we don't act now, we are going to have one hell of a time trying to just exist. And if we do nothing now, it's gonna make it that much harder if we do decide to do something down the line. If we don't act now. Fighting for our future, fighting for a better future, mind you, will be all but impossible. And you're the ones to blame for it. And I'm mostly speaking to the Republicans here who voted Trump in. Now, I'm also gonna blame the people who flat out refused to vote. People who didn't vote. You just fucked the rest of us over. Oh, I didn't vote. Yeah, you're also a fucking idiot. Because you let this opportunity for a brighter future, one where Donald Trump wasn't president again, after seeing just how bad he was the first time around, you idiots decided to just let this opportunity pass you by for a better tomorrow, a better future for all of us. Now, alright, I also think that we need to have somebody younger as president. It's not some old fuck with Cheeto hair fucking knockoff garbage. I mean, he looks like a fucking Cheeto with fake hair. Come on. And also, this is kind of a minor thing here, but why would you elect somebody whose last name spelled backwards is P-Mert? You can't take a P-Mert seriously. And if you can't take a P-Mert seriously, then why? Why would you vote him in? Again, this is all on you. The ones who didn't vote, and the ones who voted Republican, the ones who voted for Donald Trump. Even the ones that voted third party, knowing damn well that third party wasn't going to get in, because third parties never do. You know, we have basically fucked over the third party candidates for a long, long, long time. But if you knew that they weren't going to go in, you're better off just choosing the better option here, Harris. Kamala Harris. 'Cause, like, I mean, really, people. And like I said, I don't have any sympathy for those of you who voted Trump in. This is your doing. You're to blame for this. Not me. I voted Harris. Now, let me tell you why I think, you know, this is a bad idea. This is a bad idea because we elected somebody who doesn't care about you or the American people as a whole. I mean, he's proven that time and again. I mean, him and his Nazi followers have basically turned this country into their own personal playground, where they could call anybody any slur they want, they could do whatever the fuck they want. And I mean, also, why would you allow somebody to be president that pardoned the January 6th rioters? When he himself started the damn thing. Trump started the January 6th riots because he was a crybaby bitch about, oh, I didn't win because Joe Biden actually was more favorable this time around. Now, I will say, I don't like Joe Biden either. I mean, during the beginning, he was alright, he was cool. But later on, when he had, when he shown signs of dementia, yeah, Joe Biden was definitely not the proper choice. But that's what you get when you elect a bunch of old people. You need a bunch of hip, happening young kids here. And by young kids, I mean people in their 20s. I mean, hey, let me tell you something. 21 should be, whatever, maybe 25, alright? Because if you're old enough to go to war, if you're old enough to drive a car, you're old enough to do all these things, why not be president? And I think if you're 21, you gotta have some good ideas. But to recap as to why, you know, we need someone better. They're basically deporting all the Hispanic people and causing Hispanic people to take their own lives. Yes, like I said before earlier in this video, an 11-year-old girl committed suicide. She fucking killed herself because she was being bullied relentless by people. And it was only because of Donald Trump and his ICE bullshit. His ICE raids and his plans for before he took office. On the first day, I will have ICE raids all across America. I will fucking deport everybody because they are bad people. Like, did you understand a word he was saying? He thinks that everybody who came here illegally is a bad person when they're not. He wants to basically erase trans people and get rid of trans people, as well as non-binary people like myself. He wants to make it so that, like, you know, trans people can't use a bathroom or play in sports. But he also wants to make it harder for them to get things like HRT and things like that. And he says, oh, they're mutilating the youth, they're confusing the youth, they're raping the kids, blah 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 blah. No, they're not. They're not doing any of that. And even if they are, it's not because they're trans or non-binary. I mean, a cis male can go into a women's bathroom at any time. They don't need to be trans to do that. And do you really think that somebody who spent a lot of money and years of their life trying to transition only transitioned so that they can go to the bathroom and rape a child or grope a child? No. Do you really think that they were, you know, that they went trans because they wanted to fucking win at basketball or football or soccer or whatever the sport might be, volleyball? Like, no. And besides, transitioning doesn't prove anything. It doesn't make you better at the sport. That theory has been debunked countless times. Now, even if it did help, it only helps slightly. Not enough to make it worth a damn. You still have to go through rigorous training, non-stop. You have to learn the sport, you have to play the sport countless times by practicing over and over and over again until you're good enough to play it. I mean, it's like with football, baseball. I mean, how do you think these people got into the NFL? Or the FIFA leagues or whatever, the NBA? Because they practice so fucking hard. Even if they were trans, they would still have to practice over and over and over again, every day, every few days, whatever. They don't, I mean, preferably not to skip a single day. But, like, they still need to do a whole lot just to get good at the sport. So, being trans has nothing to do with it. Y'all are just a bunch of transphobic Nazis. Alright? A bunch of transphobic Nazis. And no, I will not apologize for saying that. Because you know it's true. I know it's true. We all know. We can see through your bullshit. And also, a bonus thing I forgot to mention before I continue on, DEI, which a lot of people are using that term now to get rid of the N-word because, oh, we can't say the N-word. Yeah, you can, technically. I mean, you can say whatever fucking word you want. This is America. We can say whatever the fuck we want. But, like, you know, what's stopping you from saying the N-word? Right? You're just using DEI as a way to be racist to people. Oh, well, you know, you're a fucking DEI hire. Yeah, so? And I don't really think that DEI is all that bad. We need diversity. But I don't think it should be everything. Not every game has to be diverse. Not every movie or TV show has to be diverse. I mean, not every game needs to have a gay person or a black person in it. Not every movie has to have a black person or a gay person in it. Not every movie or TV show or video game has to have a woman in it. They need to have actual talent. I mean, it's great if they're gay or bi or whatever. It's great if they're a woman or if they're black or Asian. Hell, if they're a fucking black woman who's gay, hell yeah. But the thing is, people are using DEI as a way to be racist by saying, oh, you're a DEI hire. Or blaming DEI for everything. No, it's not DEI that's the problem. You're the problem. Because you're fucking racist. Okay? You're not gonna fucking fool anybody. We know what you are. You fucking voted for Donald Trump. You're obviously racist because you're against Hispanic people. You're against black people. You're against I mean, hell, you're against Asians because Trump had his whole debacle with China the first time around. Like, he was so obsessed with China. Why didn't Trump just marry the whole country? I don't fucking know. But, like, come on. Why would you hire somebody like that to be president? Why would you elect somebody like him to be, you know, fucking president when he's against DEI? Come on. But yeah, to recap, you know, according to Donald Trump and his followers, DEI is bad, trans people are bad, Hispanic people are bad, illegals are, as a whole, are bad, even the legal people are bad. Let's see here. We need to do this, we need to, I mean, you know, there's so much. And let's not forget, he's very misogynistic. Before he became president the first time around, there was a video clip where he was talking about grabbing women by the pussy. Basically saying he would rape them. And he is a rapist. That was part, I think, of, that was like one of his lawsuits that was happening, was rape and whatnot. He's definitely a fucking rapist. Why are we putting rapists in positions of power again? I don't get it. Like, come on. But anyways, that was my rant. This has to fucking stop. This has to fucking stop. I'm tired of seeing plane crashes on the news. I'm tired of hearing about my existence as a non-binary person or bisexual person be in danger because they're trying to cut funding for certain things. They're trying to make it harder for us to exist. I mean, shit. You can't even get a passport with your, you know, your gender on it anymore. If you're a trans woman, they'll still mark you as male, even though you're a woman. As far as I'm concerned, trans women are in fact real women. Trans men are in fact real men. Come on. Come the fuck on. But anyways, you know, I'm tired of that. I'm tired of people going after Hispanic people and people in general. Like, fucking hell. The ones you should be going after are J.D. Vance, Donald Trump, and Elon Musk. And all their merry band of fucking retards who want to watch this world burn and country as well. I'm gonna predict something. In the next 4 years, assuming Trump doesn't get his way and become a flat-out dictator with no term limits, the next 4 years, I'm going to predict we are going to be in some form of war. Whether it be a civil war with ourselves, or it's going to be flat-out World War III. I'm calling it now. That's my prediction. Donald Trump is either going to cause World War III or a civil war within our own country here. So either a World War III, where every country's trying to kill each other again, or a war that is only in the US. But, yeah. I don't see us lasting long. And let me tell you something right fucking now. I hope for a war. I wish for a war. I really hope that we all just get flat out nuked. Everybody gets nuked. Because we have been proven time and time again that we cannot get along with each other. We're always gonna be divided by something, whether it be race, religion, sexuality, you know, gender. I mean, we're all gonna fucking be goddamn divided. We all die. We're all gonna fucking die. So why does any of this fucking matter? Who cares if someone's trans and they want to fucking play a sport? Or go to the bathroom? Who cares if someone is illegal or not? Who the fuck cares if women want to get an abortion? It's their body, their choice. Women, ladies, I'm sticking up for you. LGBT people, I'm sticking up for you. Hispanic people, I'm sticking up for you. Because this shit ain't fucking right. It's not right at all. We need to have somebody competent enough to lead the country. And Donald Trump is not it. J.D. Vance is not it. Elon Musk is not it. And why are we giving Elon Musk so much power anyway? He has no reason to be inside of our bank accounts, you know? He's got no reason being in any of our business. I don't get it. I don't fucking get it. It's not right. But yeah, I'll see you all in the next fucking video. Peace out and bro hoof and all that good shit. Ah. Fuck Donald Trump. Get him out of here.